What in the hell, Dixon? Aw, Dix, no, man. Help me. Daryl, you okay?
Dad? Oh, Dad, no! We could...
Daryl, he's too busted up. Nothing can be done now except ease his suffering. Sorry, brother.
The Walking Dead survival instinct. Wow. I mean wow in a good way. This game took me by surprise. When I first bought it, I read a couple reviews online and I thought I just wasted my $50. Turns out I was wrong. This game was not as bad as I thought it would be. Though it could have been better. Let me elaborate for you. Alright, first let's start off with the graphics. Definitely not the best compared to what else is out there. Lots of low-res textures, and the game, it just isn't very pretty to begin with. I won't lie though, I did have a couple moments where I thought what was on the screen was absolutely gorgeous. The only thing that caused this to happen though was this sunray feature, which all it really did was just cover up the ugliness. Next, let's talk about gameplay. In some ways, the combat is similar to Dead Island. You have your way to push the zombies, and you have the standard regular attack and heavy attack. Although the melee combat is nothing special, it works, and I can't really say much bad about it. Then there is the ranged combat with guns. Once again, nothing special. It works. One thing I did like about it though was the noise mechanic. For example, you bring out an assault rifle and shoot a zombie, it will alert all the other zombies in your general area to converge on the source of the gunshot. That made me feel like I was in a zombie apocalypse, in the world of The Walking Dead. One thing I really liked was that what they did with survivors. Before each mission, you can order your survivors to do some things that will benefit you and your group, such as searching for food, fuel, or ammo. This comes at a risk as well, as some of your survivors can die if the risk level is too high. Another thing I really liked was traveling between missions. You choose what type of road you would like to travel, such as a highway, back streets, main roads. And depending on what type of road you choose, you have a different fuel consumption, different chance of breaking down, and a different chance of stopping somewhere to find supplies. One thing this game really has going for it is it introduces many cool mechanics that have not been seen in many other games before, if any. Alright, now let's talk about the story. To be honest, it's not very strong in this game. It could have been a lot better. It's mainly traveling with Merle to the next area, get his drugs, beat up his buddies, survive, find out more about government evacuations, try and find a serum, all that kind of stuff. Although there's one part of the game where you travel to a hospital, you find a doctor who's actually working on the serum for an infection, and you make a pretty hard moral choice there, it still doesn't save the poor story in this game. But you know, even with a not so good story, graphics, and decent gameplay, I still really enjoyed playing this game. At no point did it have a dull or boring moment, and there are actually a couple points in the game that shocked me a little and had me jumping from my seat. Alright, so the thing about this game is it was definitely rushed. You can see that while playing. What they released to us was a decent game that was just good enough. But if they spent more time on it, it could have been a great game. It could have been so much more. It had so much potential. It just could have been so much better. But with this, it's a good enough game, you know. It wasn't bad. My final verdict, I give it a 7 out of 10. Not a strong 7 either.
Come on, damn you!